What is going on, everybody? My name is Teddy Baldassarre. So fall is slowly becoming a thing of the past and winter is now upcoming in here. So now with this cold weather here, how can you look good but stay warm? I think winter presents a lot of amazing opportunities for guys to look great. So what I want to do is lay out my 6 favorite articles of clothing that every guy, I feel, should have in his wardrobe in the wintertime. By no means is this absolute gospel. You do not have to take this if you don't want to. I am just simply a guy who likes dressing himself up, and if you enjoy the recommendations that I am providing, I would definitely look into them. So without further ado, guys, let's jump into fashion essentials for the winter. So the top coat. What is a top coat? I think there's a lot of confusion about different coats in the winter. So pea coats, something that I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with, are usually double-breasted. They tend to be a lighter coat. They don't go down all the way to your knees like a top coat does and an overcoat does. The difference between an overcoat and a top coat, I usually go for the top coat because I think it's a great transition coat. I get a lot of work out of it year round. It's also great in the wintertime because it usually is a lighter material than an overcoat. But the great thing about these coats is I think they look fantastic. They usually are a single breast coat. They're great to throw over a blazer, a jacket that you're wearing, so a great layering piece. When it comes to material, try to look for a wool one. And when it comes to color, I usually say go for a really neutral color like a charcoal or a gray. Another color that I absolutely love, and I have a top coat in this color, is camel. And I think this just screams wintertime. It looks fantastic and something I think you guys should look out for. Next up are wool trousers. I absolutely love wool trousers. I think when you're talking about just wintertime, the great thing about having articles of clothing is they usually can be denser materials. And wool trousers are fantastic for keeping yourself warm. I run very cold in the winter. My extremities, legs, always are one of the first things that gets cold on my body. So having an option of a denser material pant that I can have a go-to for is great. So these are going to be your dress-up type pants that will be your workhorse during the winter time. And when chinos and jeans are not appropriate for the setting and you don't want to wear an entire suit, these are the go-to. When it comes to color, there's a few different options you can go for. I usually recommend a gray charcoal color. Again, if you want to try something different, always a dark shade of brown or a navy shade wool trouser would look fantastic as well. So technically this is more of an accessory, but I think it's so overlooked for so many guys, and I think it's just an intimidating article of clothing for a lot of them to wear, and that is scarves. So if you have not seen my video on my 6 favorite ways to wear a scarf, I will link to that in the description below. But there's just something about scarves. For one, of course they keep you warm, but there's a stigma with a lot of guys. I think they think it's some threat to their masculinity that they can't wear these things around and be seen with them. Or if you're like me, who kind of looks like Harry Potter, you get commonly confused with Daniel Radcliffe. But I do not let that get in the way of me wearing scarves. They keep me incredibly warm. I think they look fantastic, especially with the top coat that I mentioned earlier. When it comes to what to look for in a scarf, make sure they are between 70 and 80 inches long. That's going to give you more flexibility when it comes to doing different ties and ways of wearing it. For materials during the winter time, you want to go for your wool or cashmeres. That's going to give you the most coverage against the winter elements. Next up are boots. So a great winter boot, and not all of them are made the same. I usually go for a really well-made leather boot. The one that I have featured here are from Johnston & Murphy. I believe they still have these offered up this year. I bought these last year, and these were a workhorse for me all throughout the winter. Keeps you warm, is great against the elements, but also looks great. So this next recommendation might be a controversial one because I think a lot of people have a stigma against this as well, and that is turtlenecks. So I personally really love turtlenecks. I don't know what it is, and I think they just look fantastic. A plain, slim, well-fitted turtleneck. I think it's a great go-to outfit for me. I'd always wear a blazer with a turtleneck underneath, a really simple color like a gray or a black. I think there is a vision of this as, oh man, the last time I had to wear a turtleneck was when my mom dragged me to our family photo when I was like in 3rd grade. Just try to put that in the past. You can look good with a turtleneck. There are plenty of people doing it. I don't think they deserve the nerdy rap that a lot of people give them, and I'm gonna be rocking one a lot this winter. So of course, no list of winter fashion essentials for guys would be complete without sweaters. But what certain sweater am I recommending? I love V-neck sweater. You can throw it over a nice shirt and tie, and then put a top coat over it. It's a great essential for the winter months, and it's something that also will get a lot of use in the fall and spring. So guys, those are my 6 fashion essentials every guy should have in his wardrobe for the winter months. Of course, did not touch on all the bases here. So with that being said, love to see some comments down below about things that you would recommend, things that I missed. Love to see them. On top of that, if you like this video, again, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to see those thumbs up. I'd love to see interaction down below. And please, join me on my journey. Subscribe to this channel. I have plenty of more content lined up in the upcoming months, and I'm really excited for you guys to join me for that. So until next time, guys, be well, and I will see you all very soon.